All right, hello. Welcome back to Hoopsla with Tyler DeLuca. Folks, how do I describe how I'm feeling right now? I'm scared. I'm also grateful. Why am I grateful? Why am I scared? I'm grateful that the Oklahoma City Thunder already won an NBA championship. I'm scared that Victor Wembanyama might not let anyone else win an NBA championship ever again. It doesn't even feel like an overreaction right now in this moment. Opening night, 40 points, 15 rebounds. The Spurs as a whole looked really, really good. Stephon Castle looked really good over the course of this game, but we got to talk about Wemby. That 4-point play where he hits the cross, goes back into it, cross, step back, hits a three, gets the foul, and starts cooking. I was hoping, maybe, that the monks had quieted any, cockiness, if you will. And I don't mean that in a negative way. Because the idea of a confident and cocky Victor Wembanyama is one of the most terrifying things that I could possibly think of being on a basketball court. Because what are you supposed to do? You have to respect his shot. And he has a shot that he can get up over anybody in the entire NBA. But if you respect the shot and you jump for it, he has the handle to blow right by you. We saw the reverse dunk that he had. I am in genuine disbelief that in 30 minutes, 15 of 21, 9 of 11 from the free throw line, 15 rebounds, 40 points. That's not even getting into the defense. I mean, obviously, it's been very well documented just how good of a defender Wemby is. And I don't have any revolutionary information to add on to how good of a defender he is. But I cannot go unnoticed or understated about just how good of a defender Victor is, how good of a rim protector he is. He only had 3 blocks tonight. It felt like so much more. It really did. The amount of impact that he has in just deterring people at the rim is absolutely terrifying. For anybody else in the NBA, I can't even truly wrap my head around the basketball player that is Victor Wembanyama, because it shouldn't exist. This shouldn't be possible. This shouldn't be happening. Anthony Davis was on the other side of the court. Anthony Davis, future Hall of Famer Anthony Davis, you would have no idea. Because Wemby made him look like a nobody. He had 22 points and 13 rebounds. But 7-22. And nothing stopped. Nothing stopped Wemby at any point tonight. What are you supposed to do? I don't have the answer. I'm looking at other parts of his game, though. Obviously, the big story was you get number 1 versus number 2 in terms of the picks. Not the debut that Cooper Flagg was looking to have. You get blown out. You end the game with Spurs chance on your home court. 10 points, 10 rebounds, gets a double-double. But it was an incredibly slow offensive night for him. Especially just getting shots up. That didn't really start until the second half. He ends the game 4-13. But it was a tough night. And that happens, right? I mean, understandably so. And he had really good defenders on him from San Antonio, and he was respected in that. And I do think it's interesting having him be the point guard and how that impacts how he gets the ball in different positions. And I'm really interested in seeing how that evolves over the course of this season. Because it didn't feel very natural throughout this game. And again, obviously, it's the first game of his NBA career. That's okay. But it didn't feel that there was much fluidity to that in terms of how do we get Cooper Flagg involved in this game. There was a couple of times where he was just kind of pulling up from mid-range just to get a shot up. It felt like, and again, I mean, you want Cooper Flagg shooting the ball. You heard it, inside the NBA. Look, not all the time are they providing the best analysis. It's always entertaining and funny as hell, but it's not always the best basketball analysis. But I do think that there's something to be said about the idea that Cooper Flagg is bringing the ball to pass to somebody that you would rather Cooper Flagg have the ball in his hands than who he's passing to, on several occasions. And it's not that simple. But it felt like that tonight, where he would pass the ball to somebody that I would rather Cooper Flagg have the ball. And it didn't work its way back to Cooper in a healthy way. And again, game one, I'm not incredibly worried about it in that manner, or there is no major overreaction for what Cooper Flagg was tonight. But it is something that it wasn't some night one boom like we saw with VJ Edgecombe. Goodness gracious, what an opening night from Philly with him and Tyrese Maxey. That was incredible hoops. But Dylan Harper as well, 7 of 14, 15 points. Wasn't, had 5 personal fouls, had 4 turnovers. But the incredible flashes there offensively as well. Like there's so much talent in this game as a whole. I just, with all that talent, all I could keep coming back to is how ridiculous Victor Wembanyama was. What do? Like, what is the defensive strategy? I'm thinking from even with my fan brain on, in terms of being an Oklahoma City Thunder fan who has had an all-time defense last season. What the hell am I supposed to do against what I just saw tonight? This guy who's running the floor, he's dunking, he has the capability to hit threes, he has the capability to hit mid-range shots. You can't put a ton of ball, defensive ball pressure on him because he can dribble. The Monks have created an absolute demon that is about to terrorize the NBA for so many years. And the Spurs have only provided young talent around it. This is without De'Aaron Fox tonight. And they still go and do this. I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't know what you do against Wemby. And it didn't feel like... Sure, it felt like a fantastic performance and it felt dominant. But it didn't feel like anything that wasn't replicable in terms of who Wemby is going to be for the rest of this season. Like, it didn't feel like there was like, oh my God, he just absolutely can't miss. He's going insane. He's hitting a bunch of threes. No. It felt like something that is repeatable over and over and over. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what the rest of the season brings for Wemby, for what the season brings for the Spurs, and also for Cooper Flagg. Because you understand, it's not hard to see why Cooper Flagg is regarded in the way that Cooper Flagg is regarded. And I'm not the biggest men's college basketball fan, but that's a hooper. And this game is not going to be an indication for how the rest of the season goes. I don't believe that. But there is a sense of needing to figure out some fluidity with this Mavs offense, with Cooper Flagg, and how you get him available for shots. And again, the Spurs, I think, did a good job defensively, but I think the Mavs, there's a way to make this a little bit more fluid, and I'm interested in seeing how they do that. But it's another late night in the NBA, another incredible night as this opening week continues. This was Hoopsla with Tyler DeLuca.